What's going on, Trader Gang? It's your boy Nikki Pips, back at it again with another Sunday morning market breakdown for you guys. Hope everybody had a profitable week last week. I'm just going to update you guys on where we were last week on the account, or how last week went. But let me do a quick sound check really quick. While I'm doing that, show some love in the chat. All right. Take a little sip of my coffee. All right, guys. So just kind of update you guys before I throw the charts up, and then we take a look at news. So last week we took some losses, and we ended up on Friday. We ended up just intentionally just blowing the account. So just because for the last 6 weeks we've been kind of just trying to get out of drawdown and trying to build this account back up. And of course, we just haven't been able to do it. We've just been taking too many losses, even though we did have some profitable days. Just wasn't enough. So just intentionally, just to quit wasting time to try to, build it back up. I just intentionally just blew it. We started a new 100K account on Thursday because my subscription renewed. So it was just perfect timing because I ended up blowing it on on Thursday. I think it was. Yeah, it was Thursday. And that was it. We got a new account. And so I did take one trade on that new account Thursday evening, and ended up profiting $1,200 because it was just too perfect not to take. On gold, there was a sell position, and it just literally just broke out of an area of support and just tanked. So I wish I would have held it, because I actually would have, I would have passed this challenge. I would have met my $6,000 profit target. But nonetheless, that's okay. We just take the small wins and just build from there. So we are going to officially start this new account starting tomorrow. So it'll be day one, even though I'm not going to be trading. That will start day one of this 100K challenge again. So we do have a leg up. We're $1,200 in profit right now. So we just need to capitalize on that and get to this $6,000 profit target. So I want to hopefully do this within a week or two. I want to risk a little bit more, this time around, and just really focus on my edge and, focus on my setup. So that's what we're going to do going forward. So just for the sake of this video, this live, I'm not going to really do a breakdown of what trades we took last week, because kind of irrelevant now because we blew the account. But going forward, we're just going to do a breakdown, see where price can possibly go with gold and S&P 500. And we'll take a look at news. There's a lot of news coming out next week, so it's going to be a very volatile week coming up. So let's get into it. All right, let's take a look at news really quick. So we got the new week starting right here. So Monday, there's really nothing. There's nothing going on. Tomorrow, Tuesday, we have oh my goodness. Okay. So Tuesday, we're gonna have we have Jolt job openings and CB consumer confidence. So this can affect the market because this has to do with of course, with jobs and employment and stuff like that. So we can actually take a look and see, what did it do last time. So July 1st, that was the last time we had it. So it was actually positive. So you can kind of look here. So it actually came out positive. So the forecast was 7.11 million. Previous was 7.20 million. So we actually came out positive. So if you see what JOLTS job openings is, it's the number of job openings during the reported month, excluding the farming industry. So this is just economy wise, like, are we having more jobs? Are we actually going into a recession? Which of course, according to this, it really doesn't look that way. So, because there's a lot of jobs being opened up. So going forward, I mean, this is going to happen a half hour after market open. So we definitely have to watch out for that because that can shift the market. But I mean, if it comes out positive like this again, I mean, that could be good. So, because if it does, this is actually going to push gold down because this is a USD pair. So, of course, if that causes price USD to go up, that's going to push gold down. So we could continue to see some sells on gold, which right now gold is pretty much bearish right now because we had a huge push to the downside. So that's for Tuesday. And then Wednesday, we have ADP non-farm employment change, advanced GDP, BOC rate statement. So that's for CAD. What else do we have? 11, we have FOMC press conference. So, of course, I think Chair Powell's going to speak. So, I mean, hopefully we'll be out of the market before then because 11:30. That's kind of late. So hopefully we'll be in and out before that. But if you're like a swing trader or anything like that, then just watch out for 11:30 or 11 a.m. because it could be a lot of volume coming in. So whatever you're trading, it could push heavily in that direction. So and then Thursday we have unemployment claims, so pre-market. So of course, unemployment claims lately, like even last week, we had unemployment claims. It didn't really do anything. It didn't move the market at all. And then Friday we have NFP, so non-farm employment change. So this definitely pre-market is it's gonna move the market. But again, for us, if you guys trade with me or you guys watch my trades, my lives, I don't trade pre-market. I literally I wait for the first 15-minute candle to close, and I mark up the high and low of that candle, and I basically trade a order opening range breakout. So that's what I pretty much wait for. So this doesn't really affect me at all as far as my trading. And then ISM manufacturing PMI. I mean, this could affect it a little bit, but just make sure you have a good stop loss, or depending if you're already in profit, just make sure you have your stop loss in profit just in case it reverses. So that's pretty much it for news. It's still going to be a volatile week due to news, but nothing too crazy. So yeah, let's go to the charts now. So like I said, I'm not even gonna go over like my trades and all that stuff from last week because we're kind of starting fresh. So we're basically just gonna just get to it and do our top down analysis and all that, mark up our key levels. So let's clear all this. So we can see here we're entering into a little bit of consolidation, even though we are overall bullish. So, but with the news and everything like that, it could cause price to push down. So, because I think we are at an all-time high, I think, with gold. So, yeah, we could have a pullback here or even a break of structure. So, but again, trend-wise, we're still bullish. So you can put a trend line here. So we're still bullish. So for our top down, we're still going to put that. So the weekly is bullish. And then we'll go down to the daily. Daily, I mean, we can see, like, I feel like we're honestly consolidated. So if we see here, just a lot of consolidation right here. Just kind of up, down, up, down. It's kind of ranging. So we need to wait for it to break these lows, this low right here, and then even possibly this low, and continue down. Take all this out before we do find a retracement back up. So I'm going to say daily is consolidated. So the daily is consolidated, more likely the 4 hour is going to look like that as well. Let's see. So yeah, I mean, we're still consolidated here. Like if I were to blow this up, then it wouldn't necessarily be consolidated. It would be more, it'd be more bearish, to be honest, because price broke here. We broke this level of support, pushed down even further. We broke this level of support right here, pushed it down even further, and then we broke this level of support right here. So we broke 3 levels of support. So with that being said, 4 hour is bearish. So we pretty much have all directions right now on different time frames. So of course with this, we typically want to have higher time frames be the same. You want to have confluence with it. So typically the weekly should be bullish, the daily should be bullish, and the 4 hour could be bearish. That's fine. But the higher time frame, we need to see what's going to happen, because even though the weekly is bullish, we need to see some type of direction. The daily needs to turn bullish also. So that's kind of where we're at on top-down analysis. So let's at least mark up our highs and lows. So our key levels and everything. So we did have a high right here at 3509. So that's still the target on the high side of where we're trying to reach. So weekly high. Let me see. I want to get a little bit closer. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, I think I did 310 before, but we're just going to keep it at 308, 3508. Okay. So we got weekly high 3508. And then we got to mark up the low. So we got 3250. So that's a psychological level. So price could definitely tap into that area for sure. So 3250, excuse me. All right, weekly lows 3250. And then of course we have some other areas here as well. So we can tap into this area, like I said before, because this is an area of support and resistance right here. So we got 2974, so we'll do 2975. So I'll just kind of keep it clean. So, and then we could have another area right here as well. So this is 28. So we'll do 2850 on this one. So usually psychological numbers is like 2850, 2575, 25. What is it? 2800. It's usually in like fives. So 2825. Something like that. So 2850. Oops, just canceled that. All right. So these are our levels right here. So kind of just keep it clean. So this is where we could see price to potentially tap into. So we're just leaving that like that. So again, so this is the weekly. We can look at the daily. So we can see we have some bearish movement here. So we can see, we tried to push up here. We just couldn't do it. It respected this level of resistance over here, and then we ended up pushing down. So, which I think going forward, we can definitely, if price does decide to push back up, we have to tap into this area of support first. So 3250. So I feel like we're going to push down into this area if we don't continue to push down even further. So it may respect this level of support right here, and then we're going to end up continuing to push up, making another high. So, but we kind of have to just watch how it's going to play out, even on the 4-hour here. I can definitely see, like, even if price were to open, like when the market opens today, I mean, even if it pushes up like this, we could end up seeing it push all the way down to here. So, because I mean, even more so, it'd probably be more like around this area right here, because we've had multiple taps. So price has tapped into this area multiple times, not so much here. So we haven't had price tap into here that much, except for, of course, these areas of resistance. But if we're looking at areas of support, like, it's tapped into this area more times than not, if we like kind of zoom out. So I could definitely see price tapping into, like 32, or 3,300 even. So, because that's, again, another psychological number before pushing up. But we can definitely continue to push down. We'll have a pullback, and then we end up pushing down into these lows right here, all the way down to 3123 even. So we just kind of have to see. So, because I did mark up the weekly high here and the weekly low. So, we definitely could press down into that weekly low and take that out. So the way price is looking. So that's pretty much it for right now for gold. Let's take a look at S&P 500. All right, so this is S&P 500 micros. So we'll clear this out as well. So S&P 500 has just been making all-time highs, to be honest. So, like, look at that. We just had just huge pushes up to the upside. So, I think S&P 500 is going to continue to push. So we don't really have any area of resistance right now. So, I think price is going to continue to push up. So, because we pushed all the way to 64.25. So, which is kind of crazy. So, even on all the time frames, higher time frames, they're all bullish. So there's like no like pullback at all. Like, maybe like consolidation here, a little pullback here, but then continuing up. So, and then you can also look here, even on the 4-hour, we're making higher highs. So this is a higher high, a higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, and then higher low right here. We have these rejection wicks right here where it was trying to push further, but it couldn't. And then, of course, we pulled back a little bit, and then we're continuing to push up. So, yeah, I still think we're going to have buys continuation. So, but top down weekly is bullish. Obviously, the daily is bullish, as well as the 4-hour. So usually this is the type of confluence you want to see. Right here is the weekly bullish, daily bullish, like all three time frames connecting. So just to kind of give you a solid bias, that price is going to continue to push up. So for right here, of course, we'll do our top down. So we'll mark up this high right here. So we have 64.15. So, I mean, because right now it's at a psychological number, so we're just going to keep that. 64.25. Weekly high, 64.25. All right, so that's the weekly high. We do have a low point right here. So this is a good low point because we've had it tap into it multiple times. So we got, we'll do 59.55. 59.55. That'll be our weekly low. All right. So we got our weekly high, weekly low. We do have another area. Let's say like right here. This could be another area of support. So 55.93. We'll do 55.95.50. All right. So we'll just keep that like that. So I know this is kind of an easy way, kind of an easy setup. So I think, again, we're going to continue to make some more highs. So like even on the 30-minute, see what the 30-minute shows. So, I mean, clearly we're bullish. I mean, look at this trend. So again, you always want to look for like market structure. So are we making higher highs and higher lows, or lower highs and lower lows? So this is what we want to see, just continued trend to push up. So, because usually you can identify like another low. So, or like a push to the downside. So here, of course, we pushed up and then we made a lower high. I mean, a lower low, a lower high, a lower low, lower high, and then a lower low. And we just kept pushing down. And then, of course, we came to this level of support right here and then respected it and continued to push up. So that's how we can kind of identify kind of trend and market structure. So even right here, you can even see we had a pullback on this weekly high right here, and then we created a doji. So this is a doji candle right here. So a hammered doji, we call it. So this, I can't really get it on it, but yeah, so that's a hammered doji right here. So usually when we see that, that's usually an indication of a continuation to the upside. So let's see if it looks the same. Yeah, so even on the 4-hour here, we have a doji here, which again is going to allow us to continue to push to the upside. So that's what I see for S&P 500, continued buys. And that's pretty much it. So just kind of recap. For gold, I see us kind of pushing down, even though the overall trend is bullish. I still feel like we're going to push down first before we retrace back up to the upside. And then, of course, S&P 500, clearly bullish. I think we're going to continue to make some more highs. So, I mean, we can definitely capitalize on that, just pure market structure. But other than that, that's pretty much it, guys. Again, just be mindful of the news that's coming out. Make sure you have a stop loss in place. Make sure you limit your risk. And that's pretty much it. Just let the trade play out. So appreciate you guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Please follow me on my Instagram as well, so you can follow my journey again on this 100K account at Nikki_Pips. I'll put it in the description as well. And appreciate you guys popping on as always. If you guys are new, welcome. I just want to be here to be able to document my journey and, of course, be able to give value to you guys out there. So hope you guys have a great and profitable week, and let's get these profits. Peace and love, y'all.